So I've been asked, why don't I just retire after a long career and go fishing, boating? And I do some of that, but I'm passionate about this because I've always wondered what sense does it make that we spend all of our time and energy, from K through 12 to universities, colleges, training people, students, getting them ready to go into tech careers, only to have them leave the state. So I finally decided it's time to do something about it. Now we're working with a lot of companies in the University of West Florida, Pensacola, and others. We all see the same vision. What we really need is more startup companies, entrepreneurs to get this tech ecosystem going. What inspires me about this is the whole notion of being an entrepreneur. I'm a techie, I'm an engineer by trade. I like working with people that like to invent. It's like some of the people that you see here, they're very innovative people. Very interesting to me to get involved with these startups and sort of help them, mentor them, getting them up to the point where they can grow to bigger companies. People have asked me how did I ever get into tech. My dad worked at Tyndall Air Force Base here in Panama City, and he was the guy that would fix the instruments on the jets. He'd bring these broken things home, and I would take them apart, and I was just bound and determined to figure out what this stuff did. So I ended up entering a science fair and won first place in the state. Panama City in Northwest Florida is primarily military and tourism. So I spent my career out in Arizona. We were doing chip design, integrated circuit designs for other companies. Finally, we got enough capital of our own saved up that we launched our own product. And we saw that we could develop a much faster USB port. So we ended up developing the world's first USB 2.0 chip. It became a big success. We licensed it to Intel. We had another company called Gain Communications, and we were an internet service provider. We were doing all the kinds of things that an ISP does, but it was too slow. We tried to figure out a way to go without wires, and we started working on a wireless version of internet. We put together a card that fits into a personal computer and a little cable that goes up with an antenna on the rooftop, and we were beaming the signal 5 miles across town. When it started working, we were just blown away because we didn't really expect it to work. But it did, and it became the basis for Wi-Fi. A lot of people have great ideas, and they could scale these into much larger companies if they could get that funding. People drive a company, and if you hire the best people you can find, your chances of success are much greater. You do need to constantly look at the marketplace because tech is moving at such a rate. An idea that you have today in as little as 3 months could be done by 2 other companies. We like to have a very open atmosphere here. Collaboration is really the key. The real value is you get to work with other peers and entrepreneurs, combine your skill sets together. We started this angel fund. It's called Tech Farms Capital, and there will actually be 2 funds. One fund is focused just on startups, tech startups primarily in Northwest Florida, and the other fund is going to be focused in Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. It's going to take 20 years to sort of redo and transform the region of Northwest Florida, and we gotta start and move forward. That's really what's driving me, is to create more jobs, sort of increase the standard of living for everybody. It's not just the entrepreneurs. The spin-off effect is huge.